Thank you for joining us today for this Agrium Advanced Technologies training module. Throughout the next several minutes, you'll learn about the outstanding performance of Duration CR, a controlled-release fertilizer for turf, and the technology behind the new Spread It and Forget It fertilizer blends. Agrium Advanced Technologies is a strategic business unit of Agrium Incorporated, a major retail supplier of agricultural products and services in both North and South America, and a leading global producer and marketer of agricultural nutrients and industrial products. With more than 500,000 tons of capacity to produce the most advanced generation technologies at the most economical cost, we are the leading manufacturer and marketer of slow and controlled-release fertilizer technologies. You may not know Agrium Advanced Technologies' name, but you're probably familiar with our brands, such as Duration CR, Nitroform, Neutraline, Polyon, and XCU. These products are engineered to control nutrient release for improved plant growth and environmental performance. Today, we'll be focusing on an exciting enhancement to our Duration CR product line. Duration CR controlled-release fertilizer uses an advanced generation polyurethane coating to control nutrient release. Nutrients are gradually released in unison with plant demand through a process called temperature-controlled diffusion. Because the nutrient release depends on temperature, Duration CR isn't affected by rainfall or irrigation, which protects the nitrogen from leaching and environmental loss and helps maintain green, healthy turf. Many common fertilizer products use sulfur and wax to coat urea. Sulfur protects the urea from releasing for a short time, but when the coating breaks, all of the urea in that granule becomes quickly available. Some particles have little protective coating. Others have excessive coating that can lead to the nitrogen never releasing, known in the industry as lock-off. The precision-applied polyurethane coating on Duration CR fertilizers allows water through the coating to dissolve the nutrients, but the porosity and thickness of the coating controls the amount of nutrient leaving the coating. Its rate of release is influenced by temperature and does not rely on microbes for nitrogen release. Duration CR lasts longer than sulfur-coated urea or nitrification inhibitor products and is not affected by rainfall or irrigation, so leaching and loss to the environment is minimized. Ordinary fertilizers require more nitrogen per year, which means multiple applications and a higher risk of nitrogen leaching into the environment. Duration CR fertilizers effectively deliver more nutrients directly to the root zone with less threat of nitrogen runoff and groundwater contamination than typical fertilizer products. The gradual nutrient release through the high-tech coating allows up to 40% less nitrogen to be applied per year than in traditional programs. Duration CR technology is especially valued by customers concerned with maintaining a favorable public image. Customers are becoming increasingly aware that protecting groundwater and the atmosphere is attracting more publicity than ever. Golf courses, lawn, and amenity turf are often a focal point on this issue. Nitrates and phosphorus get the most attention, and local, state, and federal governments are becoming increasingly involved in these issues. For example, many areas of Florida have enforced blackout periods that prevent fertilizer applications over the summer months. New nutrient runoff criteria are being imposed by the Environmental Protection Agency, and the National Resource Conservation Service, NRCS, is offering incentive programs for farmers to use Agrium Advanced Technologies controlled-release fertilizer products in broad-acre agriculture. We understand that turf managers have different needs or preferences when it comes to their fertilizer selection. That's why Duration CR is offered in 45-day, 75-day, 120-day, and 180-day longevities. Agrium Advanced Technologies fertilizer blender partners invest in these unique raw material products and use them as the slow-release nitrogen components in finished products for use in turf applications. The various Duration CR technologies can be used to produce shorter-term products, such as 2 to 3 month products, or each of the 4 products can be blended together to produce a smooth release over a 6-month period. This is exactly what Agrium Advanced Technologies has done by introducing the new Spread It and Forget It fertilizer blends. And the remainder of this module will highlight the many features and benefits Spread It and Forget It offers professional turf managers. Spread It and Forget It, short for Spread It for Greener Turf and Forget It All Season Long, is a new fertilizer formulated to effectively feed lawns or professional turf for 6 months or longer. In many parts of the country, that means you get a full growing season's worth of green, healthy turf with just one application. Agrium Advanced Technologies has designed Spread It and Forget It formulas specifically to meet the needs of both northern and southern turf grasses. You can rest assured that all products carrying the Spread It and Forget It Certified Blend seal of approval have met the highest quality standards and will grow some of the best turf you've ever seen. The advanced generation polymer coating of Spread It and Forget It fertilizers gradually meters nutrients directly to the turf as plants need them. As a result, they produce great-looking and healthier turf with just one fertilizer application a season instead of 4, 5, or 6 applications. Fewer applications save money on labor and other application costs and reduce soil compaction. Extensive testing also demonstrates that the balanced feeding from using Spread It and Forget It fertilizer consistently delivers stronger, well-nourished plants. Controlled release of nutrients also makes for their more efficient use, which is why you use up to 40% less nitrogen per year when applying Spread It and Forget It blends. Depending on where you are, just 2 to 2.5 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet is all that's needed to keep turf lush, green, and healthy for 6 months or more. One application of Spread It and Forget It fertilizer grows great turf all season long without the growth flushes that occur following nitrogen release from typical fertilizers. This leads to savings in mowing costs and clipping removal for landscape contractors. And as an added benefit, the polymer coating on Duration CR granules protects nutrients from leaching, even under the wettest conditions, virtually eliminating nitrogen loss to the environment. All of this adds up to more satisfied customers and more savings or profits to contractors' bottom lines. Spread It and Forget It fertilizer blends are ideal for use in maintaining municipalities, city and government-owned areas, parks, recreational turf and sports fields, commercial and institutional turf, as well as residential turf. We've heard all the objections. The most common is that I get paid each time I fertilize, so why would I want to fertilize just once? Forward-thinking professional turf managers are finding effective ways to address this by using Spread It and Forget It fertilizers on commercial maintenance accounts under contract, where revenue is guaranteed. Even if you still have to visit the property additional times throughout the season for mowing, broadleaf weed, or insect control, you will save time and money by not having to fertilize and clean up multiple times. Labor redeployment is a key opportunity for any business owner or professional groundskeeper, whether it's selling more accounts, adding new services, or using labor for other critical tasks. The impact can be huge to the bottom line. Perhaps the most important way to maximize success with a Spread It and Forget It season-long fertilizer is to differentiate from your competition and market aggressively to your clients. You'd be surprised how many residential customers will prepay for their following year of service. What a great place to market a new, environmentally friendly fertilizer that is guaranteed to make their lawn look as good as or better than ever, and exposes the environment to 40% less nitrogen per year. Shown here are 5 examples of Spread It and Forget It blends available from Agrium Advanced Technologies. Each has 95% of its nitrogen from Duration and 5% from ammonium sulfate. All are zero phosphorus formulations and balanced with muriate of potash for improved plant health and vigor. 2 are southern lawn blends, 2 northern lawn blends, and 1 is a general-purpose blend with no herbicide. Other great options using Duration technology are available from our network of blenders and fertilizer distributors. Just look for the Spread It and Forget It certified blend seal on the packaging or label. The new Spread It and Forget It combination fertilizers, plus pre-emergent herbicides, offer great value and convenience. For example, one application of the 35-07 Northern formula with 0.295% prodiamine applied at recommended rates of 2.0 to 2.8 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet will deliver season-long fertility needs and season-long control of crabgrass and other labeled grassy weeds. Formulas are engineered to provide the mid to high ranges of active ingredient allowed by label. This added efficiency of combining crabgrass control with the spread it and forget it formula adds even more savings for professional turf managers. To illustrate the savings in a real-world scenario, we have developed some interactive value calculators where turf professionals can use their own numbers to determine the value of spread it and forget it fertilizers for their specific situations. It is important to not let sticker shock unfairly influence decisions when comparing the price per bag of spread it and forget it to conventional fertilizer blends. Not only are you only applying it once instead of 4 to 5 times, you must also factor in the labor and overhead savings. Even if you have to visit a property for other services, such as weed control or mowing, the time saved from having to fertilize and clean up hardscapes on those extra trips adds up to real savings. This is the worst-case scenario in terms of quantifying the labor and overhead savings. The best-case scenario is where you can completely eliminate a trip or two to a property. Our interactive calculators show how much benefit you can attribute to the time saved. Let's take a look at a real-world example for a 10,000 square foot lawn or area of turf grass. This illustration shows the savings of making one spread it and forget it season-long fertilizer application versus 4 applications of a conventional fertilizer. The spread it and forget it fertilizer is a 35-05 blend, priced at $45 per bag, applied at 2.5 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. The conventional fertilizer is a 30-07 blend with 50% slow-release nitrogen from sulfur-coated urea, priced at $15 per bag. This fertilizer was applied at 1 pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet 4 times over the course of the season. In our example, we assumed a labor and overhead cost of $2 per 1,000 square feet, or $20 for this 10,000 square foot lawn. When you run the numbers under these assumptions, there is a savings of $35 per year for this 10,000 square foot lawn. If you apply this to 500 lawns, that's an annual savings of more than $17,500. If you apply this to 1,000 lawns, that's $35,000 to the bottom line. Plus, this doesn't take into account new business that can be generated by redeploying the labor for selling or applying new services. You can use our interactive calculator and learn more about spread it and forget it fertilizers at www.spreaditandforgetit.com. As we conclude this portion of our training module, let's review some key features and benefits driven by Duration technology. With just one application, you'll get some of the best-looking turf you've ever seen all season long. Compare this to 4, 5, or 6 applications in a standard program, and the savings in labor, overhead, and material costs add up quickly. The advanced generation polymer coating gradually meters nutrients to the turf, allowing up to 40% less total nitrogen per year to be used. The polymer coating protects nutrients from leaching, even under the wettest conditions, virtually eliminating nitrogen loss to the environment. This is a message that should resonate with your customers and the general public, allowing you to differentiate from the competition and position your company as a good steward of the environment. And the best reason for using spread it and forget it blends is you'll see increased profits or savings when the end of the year rolls around. Don't just take our word for it. In 2009, more than 100 turf professionals from all over the country used Spread It and Forget It in a trial program. Participants included commercial and residential lawn contractors, sports turf, and institutional turf professionals. 95% of respondents said they would use a Spread It and Forget It blend again and recommend it to a friend or colleague. Robert Windisch, president of Fairway Green Incorporated, said, "With one application, Spread It and Forget It provided sustained and consistent green color without surge growth for the entire season. Our customers were so happy with the color that we didn't receive callbacks. That eliminated repeat visits and saved us money. Don McCauley, owner of Don McCauley Landscape Design, noted, "With just one application in the spring, the turf still looks beautiful after all these months. Doing one application of Spread It and Forget It would help me save 50% to 60% on labor, fuel, products, and everything. Plus, one application is better for the environment. There is less leaching into the soil with this product." Jason Jarvis, general manager of Organics Unlimited, said, "Spread It and Forget It is a one-time deal that lasts. The turf stays green longer. For athletic fields that aren't in season until spring, you can put nutrients on prior to the playing season and not have to worry about it." Here's what Anthony DeVito, owner of Anthony DeVito Landscaping, had to say. "With Spread It and Forget It, the lawn stayed the same dark green color all season long, from beginning to end. All the pellets are the same size. They are very smooth and spread easily and evenly. With a product like Spread It and Forget It, where everything is even, you get better results." These are just a few of the great results experienced by turf professionals with our new Spread It and Forget It season-long blends. We hope you try them for yourself and see what this technology can do for your turf, your business, and your bottom line. Thank you again for joining us today. We hope you have found this training module informative, and we appreciate the time you have taken to educate yourself on the outstanding performance of Spread It and Forget It fertilizers driven by Duration technology.